NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Trying the left side with Samuels. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Mahomes going to throw. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cochran. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On third down, Lucas. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Carlson able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied error. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there. Keep the defense off balance.
He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them, marking it down for a win in the defense's column.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think
is still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Straight ahead running. Here's Samuels. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Seven our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Samuels diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in this wild card game. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Sharp. Throw left side complete. That's Cochran. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Raiders are once again back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Carlson down to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Fighting through pressure. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cochran. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing on 1st down. Sharp. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lucas. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
An ideal quarterback to tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it once more to Anderson. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he did.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Slot man moves right. Throwing to start the drive. Sharp. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lucas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he fires one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Sharp, flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sharp. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. The Titans are able to finish strong, and they are a top contender for a Super Bowl title as they wind up at 14-3 on the year. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
Again, Upper Part, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This taken in at the goal line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Shelling through the defense. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out to the side.
And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Mahomes' throw is caught here by Anderson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And they can't bring him down.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Sharp, flushed out right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
49 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lucas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to throw on second down. Sharp. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes going to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Toney. Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after try forthcoming. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And bulldozing his way through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Forced out to his left. And he lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action. Now Mahomes stiff-armed him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll be caught by Rice. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. Big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, Mahomes. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And again, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Mahomes. incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Mahomes to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here we go. This is fourth down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And he will have the first down. And even with the three timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Lucas. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun. Sharp. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The kick by Carlson is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that. But only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 15. A little over 80 ticks to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Tony.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's first down. Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
This ball deep for Tony.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mahomes will throw.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
This is caught at the 20.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us.